we decided to talk about what cross-platform games are and why they are cool, as well as advise several high-quality and popular projects of different genres available on multiple platforms at once. Fortnite, one of the most popular games in the Battle Royale genre, will send you to a gradually narrowing battlefield, where you will have to fight until the last survivor. Not only will you have a variety of weapons at your disposal, but you'll also have a set of tools with which to build walls, bridges, and even entire fortresses. Fortnite has one of the most extensive lists of available cross-platform multiplayer devices. This is impressive, considering that crossplay works really well and allows players from different platforms to play together. Apex Legends, the popular battle royale from Respawn and EA, has received cross-play support on all platforms where it is available, which is MS, Steam, and Origin, as well as all current consoles. A great and free option to get together with friends in a squad and challenge your opponents.
The weak will be excised. Let us begin.
Genshin Impact captivated the world the moment it was released. This free-to-play open-world gacha RPG managed to earn almost $400 million in its first 2 months alone, and that amount has grown exponentially since then. While the single-player game can give you hundreds of hours of fun, Genshin Impact also has multiplayer elements. However, before they can start enjoying the cooperative game mode, players must first reach level 16 of their progression. After that, they will be able to team up with 3 of their friends on other platforms, as long as they all play in the same region.
Time for takeoff! Sacred name, Fortune Preserver. One step closer. Maybe soon I shall finally uncover the truth of this world. I swear by my sword! With sword comes shadow. Blazing to light!
Verdict is...
Given the enormous popularity of the franchise, it's somehow surprising that it took EA so long to add crossplay to FIFA. However, as the old saying goes, better late, and in this case, partially, than never. Now, after years of waiting, Tids can finally play against your friends from other platforms. Crossplay will work in several game modes, but unfortunately not for those who play on multi-generation consoles and the Nintendo Switch. However, console fans of the Ultimate Team mode can be pleased with a single transfer market for all PlayStation and Xbox owners regardless of generation. PC gamers will be even happier, as their market will still be self-contained, which means card prices won't increase either.
Weaving into space. What were you thinking? Only one World Cup?
Minecraft, the most popular sandbox game in the world, unites players from around the world to explore, build, fight, and communicate in countless cubic worlds. Minecraft is a cross-platform multiplayer game, and gamers from PCs, consoles, and mobile devices can meet on the same servers without any restrictions or bans. Although its popularity has dropped slightly since the beginning of 2021, Among Us remains one of the most popular multiplayer games on Steam and beyond. And since new maps appear quite regularly and streamers continue to popularize the game, this is unlikely to change anytime soon. Following the release of this multiplayer crime thriller for gamers of all ages on next-gen consoles, Among Us now has cross-play support on virtually every available device, including mobile devices. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 2, and Warzone 2.0. You can love or hate the Call of Duty franchise, but judging by the number of active players, this is one of the most popular multiplayer shooters of recent years. The second part of the rebooted Modern Warfare series may not be as good when it comes to the story campaign, but the multiplayer mode here exceeded all expectations, and largely due to the fact that the game boasts full cross-play support between PC and consoles. The same can be said about Warzone 2.0, which originated as a battle royale mode and later grew into a standalone cross-platform free-to-play project. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. The relaunch of the Modern Warfare 2019 series gives gamers the opportunity to test what is better, a gamepad or a keyboard and mouse, and do not jump to conclusions. The aiming help on the console versions of the game levels out the difference in accuracy of the mouse and gamepad sticks. Play cross-platform Modern Warfare matches can be played on PC, £4, and Xbox One. However, this is a purely voluntary matter. If you want, you can turn off crossplay, focusing only on players from your platform. Call of Duty, Black Ops Cold War. And if the latest installments of Call of Duty haven't satisfied you for some reason, we suggest you return to Black Ops Cold War, especially since it has fully functional cross-play and cross-progression on all platforms. All players can team up and play in shared online matches, and console version owners can transfer progress made between platforms within the same family of consoles. As for the game itself, it's a dynamic action game in the Cold War setting with a compelling story and rich multiplayer. Battlefield 2042. DICE still has a lot of work to do to bring Battlefield 2042 up to the high standards set by previous installments of the series, but the game already performs much better than when it launched, and it continues to improve with each new patch and update. Crossplay support, on the other hand, is still a bit disappointing due to the fact that the latest console and PC versions support up to 128 players at a time, while for the £4 or Xbox One, the maximum lobby size is 64 people. This means that the crossplay here is partial and divides players into two groups. But perhaps in the future this problem will be solved, just as most of the other shortcomings of Battlefield 2042 have already been fixed. When it comes to service games, Destiny 2 is one of the best. Since its release in 2017, Bungie has provided players with exemplary support, not only in the form of regular additions and updates, but also in terms of bug fixes and glitches. This is a perfect example of how a studio should work with its loyal audience. Despite the fact that the game is more than 5 years old, the developers still have huge plans for future, and in order not to lose their audience before making them come to life, players shouldn't look for willing to participate in different co-op activities for too long, and Destiny 2 crossplay support guarantees the fastest possible selection of the next online session. Fall Guys, Ultimate Knockout. Like Among Us, Fall Guys instantly became the favorite game of millions when it was released, thanks to its clear mechanics and pleasing visual style. Of course, it also helped that it also shot during the pandemic and was given away for free on PSN. Over time, the hype expectedly began to die down, so the developers decided to quickly regain their popularity by making the game free and available on other systems, such as Switch and Xbox, as well as by adding crossplay between all platforms. Rainbow Six Siege. Despite being in its 8th year, Rainbow Six Siege still has an active and loyal player base. The game continues to receive great support from Ubisoft, including the addition of full crossplay, including compatibility between different console generations. With more than 70 million registered users playing Siege, this should help keep the audience engaged until the planned content release. Rocket League is a jet soccer game where instead of a player you control an ultra-fast and maneuverable vehicle with a rocket engine. The project is free and available on a variety of devices, which has made it wildly popular, subsequently turning it into a separate cybersport discipline. Although crossplay can be turned off, it works by default in all versions of the game. There are also no restrictions on the selection of players, so teams in online matches here can consist of users of different platforms, including Switch. Valheim is one of the most successful survival sandboxes, in spite of the fact that at first the project was rather modest. But in the first month, Steam managed to sell more than 5 million copies, which is a very impressive indicator for the game from the early access. So the authors immediately began to expand the game features and add new features. So, in September 2022, a patch was released, which added full crossplay support. This not only allowed players who bought the game in different stores to play together, but also laid the foundation for the transition to the Xbox and the subsequent unification of owners of the console and PC versions. Back 4 Blood may not have been the true spiritual successor to the Left 4 Dead series that many had hoped for, but it's still a pretty good cooperative adventure. In fact, the post-release support for the game has been pretty decent, including DLC, as well as plenty of fixes and updates that have helped iron out most, if not all, of the original flaws. As with Left 4 Dead, the experience becomes even more fun with reliable battle buddies and cohesive teamwork, and the cross-platform support for all of its stated platforms makes for the best possible experience. Though crossplay between 4 Pounds and Xbox One is available separately. World War Z. Left 4 Dead-inspired cooperative action offers players the chance to shoot off giant hordes of zombies and other monsters, armed with a variety of guns and character class abilities. The game allows you to invite your friends from other platforms and together challenge the victims of the horrible virus. World War Z. Aftermath. In 2021, Saber Interactive released an expanded version of World War Z called Aftermath, which added a lot of new content, maps, weapons, and full crossplay between PC and consoles of the last 2 generations. Warframe. There is a lot of competition among free multiplayer shooters, so the fact that Warframe is still alive a decade later is a testament to the game's high quality. Interestingly, Warframe was not intended to be cross-platform for a long time. Crossplay became available only in early 2022, but immediately between all platforms, including Switch. Despite the game's solid age, the developers continue to release updates on a regular basis, and a lot of new content is planned for the future. To be continued. If your favorite game is not included in this list, write in the comments. Thank you for watching. Please read the description for more details. If you enjoyed the video, please support the channel with a super thanks, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to watch more.